Coming up on this edition of Sports Center, two Eastern Conference rivals do battle in Toronto. And Kyle Dubas, he's got a knack for signing superstars. Can he get it done with Mitch Marner? Hello there and welcome to CSM Sports Center. I'm Troy Charles. Thanks for joining us on this snowy afternoon. Now, last night, the Boston Celtics rolled into Scotiabank Arena sporting a 3-game losing streak. They're probably hoping that this game against the Raptors wasn't scheduled on a Tuesday, because so far this season, the Raps are 8-0 on Tuesdays. Let's see if they can make that a perfect 9-0. Celtics at Raptors. Raptors sitting in second in the East. Celtics not too far behind in fifth. And there's Pascal Siakam on fire so far in February, averaging 21 points per game. Starting in the first quarter here, Danny Green's going to find a streaking Kyle Lowry. He dishes it out to a wide open Pascal Siakam. Easy buckets. Second quarter now, Raptors already up 20. Lowry's going to find Siakam once again. He gets the hoop and the harm from Jason Tatum. And I'm sensing a bit of a theme here because it's more from Pascal. Now he's showing what he's got on the defensive side. As we see Kyrie Irving here with a little shimmy shake, but Pascal says you can't bring that weak stuff around here, Kyrie. The SWAT team comes out for Pascal. He is just getting it done at both ends of the court. And his night wasn't done there.
As well, helping out on the glass with 6 rebounds.
Turnover, great response by the Raptors. Siakam, coast to coast with that hammer.
All Siakam on that play, creates a turnover and finishes with the big slam. Now later in the third we go, more from Pascal. He's just kind of toying with Kyrie here. Ends up putting a little salt in that Celtics wound. Gets the floater to drop. Pascal would finish with 25 and 8 rebounds as the Raps take it 118-95 to split the season series with Boston. Now that was a spicy P, indeed a spicy pack. And what a tremendous season so far for Siakam. Seems Toronto sports are ripe with young stars right now, one of those being Mitch Marner. He's having a career year for the Leafs, and with his entry-level contract expiring this offseason, it's time for the man to get paid. But now the big question for Kyle Dubas and co. is just how much.
Formerly of the London Knights, currently of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and in the future, in line for a high-numbered contract extension. The question is, what number is that going to be? We can all look around the NHL to try and match up comparable players, stats, and contract offers, and that may give us a sign as to what Marner is going to earn. But believe it or not, it's even easier to look within his own team. Before the season, teammate William Nylander was projected to score a deal around $8 million. He ended up settling for just under $7 million. Austin Matthews was projected at close to $13 million. He just signed an extension for $11 million. From there, it depends if you think Marner is closer to Matthews or Nylander in value. It's worth noting that no winger in NHL history has ever earned $10 million on their second contract. And while Marner is a candidate to push the market to a record-breaking deal, the Lightning's Braden Point is also facing a similar situation as an RFA this summer. If he doesn't earn the $10 million, Marner may have a tough time getting there as well. From Toronto, Conrad Schneider, CSM.
Whichever way you slice it, Marner is going to get his money, and with Tavares, Nylander, and Matthews all locked up long-term, the Leafs' future is in good hands. Now, is the Blue Jays' future also in good hands? Well, that's what we're about to find out. The rebuild is on in Toronto, and patience is going to be a Jays fan's best friend this season. With new manager Charlie Montoyo at the helm and a boatload of unproven players on the roster, growing pains are guaranteed. But this is a necessary evil when dealing with the rebuild. Toronto's top priority this year is developing their young talent to see which players are long-term fits. Players such as Teoscar Hernandez, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and Danny Jansen are all going to get ample playing time to prove their worth. These types of players need to be on the field every day, and if it impacts a veteran or two, so be it. Jays fans, I challenge you to temper your expectations and embrace the season for what it will be. There may not be a lot of wins, but it's going to be a lot of fun seeing what the youngsters are made of. Oh yeah, and also some guy named Vlad Guerrero Jr. is going to get called up and take the city by storm, but we'll have more on that at a later date. The Jays are currently underway in Grapefruit League action against the Pirates. Also, this evening, the Connor McDavid Show comes to the SBA for a matchup between the Leafs and the Oilers. McDavid has served his 2-game suspension and will be in the lineup. We'll have that and much more on our later edition of CSM Sports Center. Have a great afternoon.